The concept behind Hobie Outdoor Adventures was there was a real need in the market to really educate the consumer on kayaking and kayak fishing. And we thought, you know what, this is something that we think we have the experience to do. We definitely have a great product for it, and so we teamed up with some partners in the industry to develop a show. And that's how Hobie Outdoor Adventures was born. One of our key goals was mainly showing anglers that, you know what, you can fish where you live. And we fished in Florida, we fish in Texas, we fish in the Baja, California, we fish in Australia. We travel continents, but once again, fish where you live. I did a show in downtown Austin a couple years ago. It was one of the funnest shows I did. And just to realize you're in a major city, and a lot of anglers don't realize that opportunity is there. And then honestly, we started having a blast doing it. We got more and more excited. I caught more species out of a kayak than I have any other way in my life. It doesn't matter whether you're in the cold north, or you're in the hot south, or this side of the equator or that. Pretty much any species you want to go catch in a kayak, you can do it. So as long as you have a passion for catching that fish, it's going to be fun in a kayak.
New season, new locations, new adventures. This is Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Welcome to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Each week, we'll take the Hobies and peruse the country in search of adventure, fun, and fish. Whether we're drifting a stream, dissecting a lake, or covering an ocean, we'll show you the tips and tactics to make your next trip successful. Come with us, set your sail, and discover what life in a Hobie is all about. Stay tuned for Hobie Outdoor Adventures. Over the years, kayaking has evolved into a popular water sport and recreation. There are wide varieties of kayaks that are made for different water sports and other outdoor activities, such as diving, wilderness exploration, and fishing.
The thing about kayaking is we have kayaks that take us anywhere we want to go. I can do it on my own. I can go anytime I want to. I throw the kayak in the back of the truck, and no matter where I am, no matter what fishery I'm on, I can get on it quickly and I can go catch fish. It takes and simplifies the whole process of getting on the water and doing what I love to do. Another thing I really like is I'm as close to the fish as I can be. It reminds me a lot of when I was a kid, and I'd get on a piece of styrofoam and float out somewhere and try to go, catch something that wasn't where I was. So yeah, just you're right there on the water, I'm close to the fish, and it just kind of brings back that experience I had when everything was new and exciting, and it's new and exciting again.
All right.
How about that?
Nice one.
Nice little fish.
Dude, that is awesome.
See you, buddy. Thank you. And I think what's really cool, you got the Radisson Hotel within casting distance almost.
I know. Never underestimate these little urban lakes. That was cool.
Something about just being close to water, and it's almost even more finesse at times, being quiet and stealthy and getting in those back places that I really can't get to without my kayak. And then on the other hand, I can be out on the open ocean chasing big old monster fish that are going to tow me a mile after I catch them. And it's really interesting. One of the things I've noted is when I get a big 30 or 40 pound fish, usually they'll drag me out to deeper water and then they go straight down, and that's when the fight is on. You just hang on for dear life for a while, and then you learn to fight those fish. And there's something about fighting those fish out of that little kayak that is a blast. Oh, it feels good this morning, man. He's shaking his head good. I'm afraid I'm getting him close to the boat too quick. He's still pretty fresh. Oh, he's so strong, man. There he comes up. We'll get to find out what we have. Oh, it's a nice rooster. Nice rooster. Woo! That, my friends.
Yeah, buddy.
as my first grande rooster. Whew. This is what you come down here to the Baja for. This is the rooster fish, pez gallo, and they're all over here. And the great thing, you know, probably I'm gonna get him back in the water for a minute. I'm no more than 200 yards from shore. All right, here we go. See you later, papagayo.
This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures is brought to you by Power Pole Micro Anchor. Swift, silent, secure, and small. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate with the new HDS Gen 2 Touch. And by Columbia, trying stuff since 1938. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures. The Hobie Fishing World Championship was conceptual about 4 years ago, and now it's going into year 3 and has grown rapidly from 18 anglers from 6 countries in year 1 to 46 competitors from 17 countries.
It's becoming a worldwide sport, and it's just one of the reasons that we introduced the Hobie Fishing Worlds. You know, we now have a tournament where we bring people in from countries across the world. We also are really opening up Europe now, and it's exploding actually, and which, you know, it's incredible to see like-minded people. You know, all of us love to fish, and it doesn't matter whether you live in China, Singapore, France, Australia, or right here in Texas.
.55, you are underway field. Good luck today, all anglers.
Year 1, we launched in Australia. Kayak fishing is huge in Australia, especially tournament kayak fishing. My mate over there, Steve Fields, man, he's a Hobie fanatic and he loves to fish. And he's got that tournament competition going over in Australia. So year 1, we went to Australia. We joined up with our Aussie mates and went and caught the brim. And we absolutely loved it.
No, actually the rain's pretty good. Some of the bite actually improves a little bit as the rain comes in. The tide made a change about 2 hours ago, so that also helped the bite a bit. And everyone's gotten fish, either bycatch, flathead, or things like that. So we've all seen brim. A few of us have bagged out, so it's really good. It's been a good day on the water at the International. There's been a lot of comedy, a lot of laughter, and it's quite funny watching people from another country catch a fish they've never seen before. And geez, it just really makes an event like this really special.
That's a bit of a start. We're happy with that. Hopefully get some bigger ones on the next few days.
When you kind of find a species that is just as aggressive as something we may have over here, it's more like a small saltwater snapper. It's in the brackish tributaries of their ocean water, so we're fishing basically rivers. But these little brim will bite little, 1-inch hard baits. And so it was crazy for us to go over there, scale down to 2-pound fluorocarbon and try to catch a fish we never caught before.
6:54, anglers away. Good luck today.
I'm really excited to see the future of this World Championships because it will bounce between different countries. I think it's already touted next year that it'll be in the USA catching largemouth bass. But let's think about it, the Hobie kayaks, there are thousands and millions of waterways all over the world that hold some wonderful fishing. And these guys would be chomping at the bit to get at them, wherever it is in the world.
Year 2, naturally, we brought to the U.S. and you know what? Bass fishing's huge in America. So we went to Lake Fayette County and we caught a lot of bass, and that was something we wanted to do. We wanted to let the international competitors really experience what really good bass fishing was. And Fayette County did not disappoint. We fished bass drop in that same trip as well. So we gave them a little diversified look at what our fisheries were like here in Texas. And what was great to see was the international competitors stepping up on the leaderboard. Marty Mood still won it, one of our great Hobie guys here in the U.S., but we had a lot of internationals competing for that top spot, so that was encouraging.
It's always a great experience, even if you're an inexperienced angler. Kayak tournaments especially, you're going to learn something no matter what. Whether you win or do well, it doesn't matter. If you go and just soak up the knowledge from all these people, you know, all the different tactics, and this one being from people around the world, even more so. It's a great experience no matter what, and I highly encourage anyone to fish tournaments, no matter where they're at. It's so much more than just the fishing tournament, this one. It's about, you know, again, the camaraderie and just people from all over the world sharing the same passion, getting together, and then, like I said, instant friendships. You know, I don't know why you wouldn't do it. It's just an amazing, amazing experience.
Now year 3, we're heading back to Australia, and for one more round. Now we're more established, and looking for a really great competition over in Australia. Still going after the brim, but we're going after the black brim this time. It's supposed to be bigger and hardier, and I can't wait to go try to learn to catch those fish and see how our U.S. team can do. A lot of the excitement about the Hobie Worlds is it's truly a worldwide tournament. And so we have a tournament competition that we're going to take from not only country to country, but we're also going to go from continent to continent. Just excitement because the worldwide camaraderie. You know, I met guys 2 years ago at a tournament I'm friends with today. And I think social media has a lot to do with that. You know, we can now keep in touch over Facebook. We see what each other's doing on Facebook, you know, and we also know, we understand their fish better. So we know when they caught a good fish over there, and because we've actually fished with them. And so, yeah, it's breaking down a lot of borders that we haven't been able to break down before.
When we come back, Hobie makes kayaking easier and more efficient than ever. Welcome back to Hobie Outdoor Adventures.
One of the main things about a kayak to consider is how are you going to transport it? And that's literally the #1 thing you want to consider. How am I going to transport it? Am I going to put it on the top of my car? Am I going to put it on a trailer? Or am I going to put it in the back of my pickup? And once I have that figured out, it's easy. I just get the location, get it in the water. Now I do take more time when preparing to fish because I've got to get my gear ready and get it where I want on that kayak before I even get on the water. So I do take a little more time once I get to the water, but once I'm on the water, I'm good to go.
The traditional kayak is primarily designed to be manually propelled by means of a double-bladed paddle. But in 1997, Hobie introduced Hobie Mirage Drive, a new way to kayak by pedaling instead of paddling. Kayaking becomes easier and more efficient than ever.
Hands down, favorite feature is the Mirage Drive. It's a no-brainer. The Mirage Drive is simple to use, simple to adjust, so it's one size fits all. So I just easily adjust each one. Now the boat I'm in will determine my actual number. It's almost like a Sleep Number bed, but you have your Mirage Drive number. And so if I get in the Pro Angler, I know I'm going to be a 6. I get in the Outback, I know I'm going to be a 7. So I just set it, plop it in, and I'll get in the kayak and go. Just really easy to use. Contrary to popular opinion, the Mirage Drive works extremely well in shallow water. And you can get different size fins. And then when you really need it, when you're super, super shallow, you got your paddle right there, and we paddle through the shallow stuff. And the great thing about it, I'm there fishing. I'm in the junk where the fish are living, and I get there quietly, efficiently, and I can catch those fish. And another beautiful perch. You know, when you can get in a kayak and start pedaling, and my legs are so much stronger than my arms are, it just makes a day on the water so nice. And I'm just free to do whatever else. I do some photography. I'll take pictures while I'm on the water. I'm always fishing, but I use that Mirage Drive more than I ever thought I would. And from the minute I'll hook up to a big fish, I'll start pedaling and get that fish going in my direction, get situated where I can fight the fish better, or get away from the cover so I can pull the fish away so I don't disturb the area that I've been fishing. feel quite as big, but so how's that? I think they're about twins. This one's a little bit shorter. Another nice fish on the Cinco. Nice 3 to 4 pounders today. Both he and I are having a good time. He's going home and I'm going fishing. Often in the kayak, one of the reasons we fish out of kayaks is we get in places the big boats don't. I'll fish out of anything, and I still love fishing out of big boats. There's just, you know, it's great. But you know what? That kayak just gives me that affordability and that efficient way to get on the water and get back in places where a lot of people don't reach. Yes, yes. Open her up. Let's go for it. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go. What do we got here? I may have just changed baits and got him. I don't know if it's the same fish that I saw under me, but I thought I changed the spinner bait. He hadn't seen it. Oh yeah, that is another nice fatty. Wow, now that is a nice bass. Thick backed. Whew. I'm gonna look at him again, let him breathe. Wow, fat fish. Northern largemouth, Northern Michigan, way up top of the US.
We'll be right back with more on Hobie Outdoor Adventures. This episode of Hobie Outdoor Adventures has been brought to you by Daiwa, advancing the sport of fishing, Ram mounts made in the USA, your best connection, and by Hobie Polarized, trusted, quality, heritage.
You know, one thing about our product is it's made in Oceanside, California, right here in the USA. And we've got skilled craftsmen right there in our main office, main headquarters, on the compound building Hobies. And we take a lot of pride in that, how well they're made. We do a lot of focus on the plastics and how they're going to react to the light, the UV rays. We want to make sure that kayak stays durable and usable for a long time to come.
There are so many options when it comes to kayaking, and Hobie provides you wide varieties of kayaks that fit you.
Now we have kayaks that are made to be super stable, if that's a priority to you. Some that are better when you're trolling. The design, the layout, the accessories we have will be more efficient when you're trolling. We've got some that are better for breaking through waves. We've got some that are better to stand up in and carry all your gear. So really, the kayak is as versatile as you are, and you want to pick the kayak that fits the environment you're fishing in, freshwater, saltwater, shallow, deep, rivers, and then the kayak that's going to fit you personally, because your comfort's really important to an enjoyable day on the water. You know, there's some common misperceptions in kayaking, and the most common we hear is that they're tippy, and really that was true maybe with the old kayaks that you sat inside and you went down the rapids in. But in the new kayaks, they're designed to be stable. And you look at the way we design our hulls at Hobie, they're designed with stability in mind. They're also sit on top, which gives you a wider platform, naturally going to make it more stable, also allows you to get in and out of it. So if in the case if you did fall out of your kayak, you just hop back on. It's really not, well, I don't even think about it anymore. And it's something that just, you know, adds to the adventure being close to the water. It's something that could happen, but it rarely does. We're seeing the industry come together and see kayaking for what it is, and that's a big platform in the fishing industry. Now, accessories for kayaks have improved a lot in the last 5 years. We at Hobie have focused a lot on accessories, and you can accessorize your kayak to do anything you really want to do with it. We've partnered with companies like Lowrance now, and we have a Lowrance ready system right on our kayaks where you just place the transducer in the mold, run your wiring, and you're good to go with your sounder. We're powering with power pole now. Man, power pole anchors are incredible. We've seen them and really start off in the saltwater market and then move to the competitive bass fishing market. And now they're coming with their power pole micro for the kayak market and small boat market. And these products are just going to improve your experience on the water. And you can choose the right accessory that'll make your kayak trip the most successful it can be. You know, we've got Hobie Outdoor Adventures and we're fishing the world. We have the Hobie World Championships. This is a worldwide sport, and thanks to the web and social media now, we're in contact with people all over the world. So I don't care where you are in the world, you let us know what your fishing's like. Maybe someplace we want to come, because I want to go, especially if you've got good fish that we can catch.
That's pretty cool.
Stay tuned for the next new episodes of Hobie Outdoor Adventures. We'll take you across the nation on our road trip, testing out our Hobie kayaks in some of the most beautiful fisheries in the U.S. Plus, flying across the world to the Down Under for the 3rd Hobie Fishing World Championships, presented by Daiwa. See you next week.